Hello, and welcome to this live question and answer session with Stephen in Wiltshire in England. If you've got any questions about Be Live or live broadcasting or cross posting or anything at all, I say hello to Corinda. Hello, Corinda. Yeah. And Facebook user, hello. And I'm posting a link now. With no rush. If you click that link, then I'll be able to see who you are. Right, and Corinda said there was no sound. Hopefully there is sound now. And saying hello to Corinda and Chris. Chris, if you just click that link that I just posted, you'll be okay. And that's Chris. Thank you, Corinda. Thank you very much. Right, now I released 6 new countdown clocks today, and the question is, how do you use them? Well, the first thing is that you go to YouTube, you find the video that you like, and there are over 50 now. There are over 50 countdown clocks you can use, and you bring the countdown clock on screen with you, so it's beside you. Okay, so it's you and the countdown clock in the broadcast. It's as simple as that. Then when you get the 3, 2, 1, you put the countdown clock full screen and press play. That's how easy it is. You press the play button and the video will start playing, and you can stop it when you want. The other thing is, if you set it up, you can actually turn it into a 30-second countdown clock by just sliding along. So countdown clocks, why? One, we're going live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time now, simulcast on Be Live, and there is a delay. There's timing difference between the two, so we don't know when we're going live. The countdown clock gets rid of all that, and it means that you're going to start on time, and people can just, watching the recording, can just skip through that one, and I'll come to the comments in a moment. Just skip through the video and actually start, and they know they can skip the 1 minute mark, and that's it. So there's no problem there. The other thing is, it gives you a chance to actually share out the broadcast whilst you wait. My countdown clock is running. And the third thing is, it gives you time to get ready to go live on camera. So countdown clocks are here to stay, and I've now got a set over 50 that you can actually use. And say hello to Ed. Welcome, Ed. Nice to see you. And over Corinda. And Corinda is saying, and Dimitru. Hello, Dimitru. And Corinda's saying hello to Ed. I always like it when people actually have a conversation. And from Corinda again, 6 videos. Yeah, I've got 6 videos which I did this morning. I just cathartic. I just enjoy matching the video with the music. And Corinda is over on YouTube because we're simulcasting, because we can. So this broadcast is going out on YouTube live at the same time. Right, now I'm often asked, should I play music in my videos? And it's your own risk if you do, because if the music you're playing is copyright, then you can be caught out. And there are varying levels of, not punishment, but varying levels of problems that they can cause. And just yesterday, to show that it happens to everybody, I'm going to bring this up on screen, and I'm going to put it full screen. David and I, as Corinda knows, were on a broadcast yesterday, broadcasting to your community, and David was showing us Potato, which is a mixer, virtual mixer that you can actually use to bring in outside sounds. And we were told, or I was told, because I was simulcasting to YouTube, that there was a problem. David played 30 seconds of a Barry Manilow track just to show that he could. And Facebook said, just a moment, you can't do that. What we're actually going to do is give you some choices. You can either delete the 30 seconds, you can switch off the whole 30 seconds, or you can switch the music off. And I just chose to switch the music off. So as I said to Davey, we've been monologue, and do not play music because you're going to get caught out. In this particular case, my YouTube account is not eligible for monetization anyway, so it wasn't much of a problem. And within a second, I actually had it sorted out. But playing music on broadcasts, it can catch us all out. It was by accident rather than by design. We weren't playing Barry Manilow's greatest hits. We just happened to be caught out by a copyright strike. Okay. And Corinda is saying 6 videos. Yeah, and let's carry up and YouTube and back to Corinda on Facebook. Corinda is multitasking. In video is getting extremely popular. I know Brigitte uses it. I know Chris uses it. A whole John, of course, and David. Everybody's using in video. I can't find the link, and there is an echo. The link is here. Okay, so I've just posted the link. And I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to put that link on screen if I can find it. Oh, wait a minute, it's gone. It's only gone to YouTube. Oh, right, I can't actually post it to Believers group. Corinda, could I ask you a favor? Could you copy that link from YouTube and bring it into the BeLive broadcast? That would be great. Thank you very much. There isn't an echo. If I know there isn't an echo because you're the person who's mentioned it. If you refresh, then I should appear, and I should also be without echo. Refresh cures 99.9% of all known live broadcasting problems. Right, okay, question. My Blackmagic capture card is not recognized BeLive. Do you know something? I can do some research afterwards. There's been mention of Blackmagic within the BeLivers group over the years. And the general rule of thumb is if you can do a native Facebook Live using your Blackmagic, then BeLive will be able to see it as virtual. So I would try getting it working with just doing a Facebook Live, and also search within the group. You just type the words Blackmagic in the search box on the left-hand side of the group, and you should find somebody's already been there and done it. So I don't have Blackmagic myself, but there should be information within the group. And over to Corinda, and Corinda used it as well. Okay, so all good. So Corinda, if you could hunt down that link and copy it across, and then our Facebook user can actually comment, and I can see who they are. Now, these are exciting times, going live on Facebook and YouTube. And thank you very much, Corinda. Much appreciated. We've got half the link there. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah, it's scrolling, isn't it? This is the thing. It's scrolling. If you click that link, then I will be able to see who you are. You might have to refresh your browser, but I should be able to see your name and feature it on screen, just like I can feature my name and Corinda's name. And those comments are coming from YouTube and Facebook. I can see all the comments from YouTube and Facebook in one place, and I can bring them up on screen whenever I wish. And just to note, you can display a comment as many times as you want. Okay, you can go back in the comments and you can pick out a comment and display it on screen. So it doesn't have to, you don't have to keep the new comments. If when you're doing a broadcast you get a comment that you don't want to see, then the advice whilst you're live is just to ignore it. You're in control. You decide what gets displayed on screen and what doesn't. So if you see a comment you don't like, forget it until afterwards, and then after the show, go and either message that person and say that was out of order, or block them, whichever way you want to do it. I think anybody who is commenting. We get a lot of this on Twitch, who is commenting and trying to get you annoyed. Needs to be ignored whilst you're live and then dealt with once you actually finish. Thank you for the link, Corinda. As I say, click that link and then just refresh and come back to the show, and I should be able to see your name. And say hello to Wellen. Hi. And Wellen says, I've been using Black Magic and it's fine. So can we put the two of you together and see if you, Wellen, if you could help out, that would be brilliant. Because if you've been there and done that, then absolutely brilliant. And if you could share how. And Corinda's saying, yeah. Okay, so on with the, yeah. And Corinda's saying hello to Wayland. Another conversation going. Right, okay. The picture today, well, I can ask you to guess, couldn't I? Where do you think it is? Where do you think this picture? I actually used it in a broadcast yesterday. I was interviewing and chatting with Libby, who lives in. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'll answer your question, Corinda. And Corinda's saying exactly. Okay, so hide the messages from the stream. Now, I'm conducting a series of interviews at the moment. I've done this, tomorrow's my fourth one. And I'd just like to take a short break and show you. If you want to be interviewed about any topic you want, then you just need to tell me and I'll do it. It's 10 a.m. Eastern, any day of the week. And I'll put the link to actually let me know. And just say it and I'll message you. I'll take care of the back end of it. All you have to do is say, yes, I would like to be interviewed about X, Y, Z. And we can chat about it. Now, tomorrow is going to be, well, it's going to be interesting. And you hopefully can tell from the mood of this music. I'm going to bring a video up on screen from YouTube. It's an introduction to tomorrow's broadcast, which is at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I'm not going to say any more. I'm just going to bring the video up on screen. I need to hide one. You can only play one video at a time. I'm going to bring the video up on screen. And I'm going to switch my microphone off. Sorry, I'm back now. I keep forgetting, and thank you, Corinda, for that. I said some wonderful things just then. So let's go back. So Divine, Corinda's saying got to be careful of copyright, and I need to unmute. I didn't the X on the end, but Janet, thank you very much. And now you should be able to hear anything. I'm muted. I was muted. I'm not muted anymore. Unmute says, well, and I will. I did. You are muted. Okay. Can't hear anything. This is the joy of live broadcasting. If you make a mistake, and Chris, thank you. And over to Divine. And Corinda's sing not copyright songs. For now, I have a Rodecaster Pro audio mixer. They're beautiful piece of kit. Rodecaster Pro. Audio mixer through which I play songs from my phone via Bluetooth. The mixer connects with my broadcast computer with a USB cable, but the quality isn't great online. Okay, now I've been looking at a Rodecaster Pro. Now you've given me a slight doubt about as to whether it would actually work well with BeLive. So it'd be interesting. What I'll do is I'll catch one of your shows afterwards, Divine, and check out the quality. Okay, so now I'm back, and Corinda's saying should do, and I think it's Chris. Can't hear you. You should be able to hear me now. Joys of live broadcasting. I'm swapping between me and playing video, and so you don't get any echo, I'm switching my microphone off, and I'm forgetting to switch it back on. This is a joy of live. If you don't make a mistake in a live broadcast, something's gone wrong. And the thing is, if you do make a mistake, don't panic. I was able to try and remember what I'd said, and I went through it again, so nothing was missed. And hopefully, when I play this back, I won't cringe too much, and I don't have a problem with things going wrong. Okay, so right, okay, and I'm heard now. Good. Okay, you can hear. Good. Thank you very much. As I say, if you are showing up as Facebook user, then Corinda's posted a link which will be up a bit for you to click it once, refresh your browser, come back in, and I can then show your picture and your name. Thank you, Corinda, for posting the link. If you want to post it again, then we've got several links, and we'll get everybody. It's not a this is nothing to do with BeLive. It's a Facebook security requirement that if I went into BeLivers now, I could see who you are. Because I'm not in BeLivers, I'm in the BeLive studio. Facebook has said that BeLive cannot see who you are unless you give permission. Clicking that link once gives permission for BeLive to see who you are and be able to show your name and picture in the studio so that I can bring it on a live broadcast. You only need to do it once, and then you're good for every BeLive broadcast that you actually get involved in. And right, okay, so I can be heard. All good. So that's it, and thank you everybody who's watching. If you've got any questions, then please do ask them. And I'd like to say, because I can see this in the studio, thank you to Robert and Bertola for actually liking the post. I mean, in a group, if you do go live in a group, then most people will see it. The broadcast last week reached 2,800 people and was watched. And amazing. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches this weekly broadcast. It's the conversation. I'm here for the conversation, to actually chat with you, and that's the brilliant part of it. Hopefully to give hints, tips and tricks to everybody as well, and to show you what is possible with BeLive. But last week's broadcast, over 1,000 people viewed it, and I'm just blown away by that. To think that little old me in Wiltshire can actually connect with everybody is absolutely brilliant, and that's what it's all about. It's all about connecting. And say hello to Jedin. Hey, hi, hello, welcome. And thank you to Corinda for liking the post as well. The thing about a live broadcast is that it's magical, anything can happen. And thank you for posting the link again, Corinda. And it takes teamwork, and Corinda is an amazing team player, helping everyone who's been live broadcasting. We've been together as a team for quite a while now, and we help each other on each other's broadcasts, and it's teamwork. And it's that teamwork that's part of Be Lives as well, because there is live broadcasting is different to everywhere else. If you go to a Facebook group, pick one at random, pick one that you're a member of, every so often you're going to find people falling out over next to nothing. In the Be Livers group and in other groups which are about live video, we all support each other. There is no backbiting, there is no arguing. We're all on the same side. We all want to have good broadcasts. We all want to have good audiences. And that's why we all support each other. And I think it's magical. Okay. And Corinda's saying, yes, it is. And say hello to Chuck. And Chuck and I have known each other quite a while, and we broadcast together, and I look forward to broadcasting together again soon. Chuck, if you right, I'm doing interviews 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday, really. If you'd like to join me on one, then just say yes, and I'd be more than happy to spend half an hour just talking. Over to Corinda, saying hello to Chuck, and then Facebook user. I'm going to get this on screen if it's the last thing I do. I clicked on the link and I have the next comment. Be Live TV, the page you're looking for doesn't exist. 404. Okay, right. In that case, the link is broken. We'll check into that afterwards. After the broadcast, I go through all the comments, and if you've not clicked the link, I'll give you the link direct so that for next week, I can show your name and picture on screen. And so sorry it didn't work, but it will do in the future. It is a professional network, Corinda, quite right. Be Livers is a professional network, and to everybody who's watching now, thank you. This is absolutely brilliant. And if you've got any questions about Be Live, then please do now. If you have an operational question, then you can post in Be Livers, and we'll try our best to answer it. And we do try and answer it. There's a team which is global. It's a team that's in the Philippines, in the Ukraine, in Israel, in the States, and in the UK. And we all work together to answer your questions. And the general rule of thumb is, if one of us answers your questions, then the rest of the moderators stand back and say, okay, that's question is taken care of. And that's the best way to operate, because when you've got 2 or 3 people telling you the same thing, not good. So when you post a question in the Be Livers group, your comment will be seen and answered. And the other thing is that all the comments in the Be Livers group are actually seen by the Be Live team. And if you've got an idea, an improvement for Be Live, if you post about that, it gets seen. It gets seen by Irene and her team. It gets seen by Kiev and Inga and the team over there. In fact, everybody sees it. So post your suggestions in the group. Post your operational questions in the group. If you have a tech question, then or a billing question, then please do message Be Live, and you can do that directly from your studio, bottom right-hand corner chat, and they will help you with any billing inquiries or any technical inquiries. We can help to an extent, but Be Live can help. Be Live tech support can help directly. And over to Corinda, and saying it works for Corinda, and say, Chris, it worked. I think it works now. Yes, I can see your picture. I can see the cat. That worked. Okay. So shout out to Corinda for doing that. And Corinda is over on YouTube and saying, when can I have my cup? I want one. Which is all by way of saying, Corinda's great at giving hints. I just want to thank Be Live for my cup, which I haven't used yet. I haven't christened it. I don't know whether I will. It's on the shelf. It's an ornament. It's on. That's better. It's on display. So that's my cup. I I don't know whether Be Live are actually going to do merchandise. They could do mouse mats. They could do cups. I know that there are T-shirts. There's a hat that Marco has, Marco Nova, and I don't know. Perhaps an idea, Corinda. Perhaps there could be merchandise. I know it exists somewhere because I've seen T-shirts, I've seen caps, I've seen, and now the cups. Oh, wow, indeed, Corinda. And I did a Be Live T-shirt. That's not a bad idea, actually. A black Be Live T-shirt with a logo on. That would be good. Irene, if you're listening, Irene Chan, who manages the marketing for Be Live, and is a good friend. And she and I have broadcast together on many an occasion. And she is broadcasting on her page, and she's doing a lot about live selling at the moment. If you're into live selling, I want to know how, then check out Irene Chan's personal Facebook page, and you'll find lots of hints, tips, and tricks to help you sell live. And now I've got to show that again. Need a Be Live T-shirt. Okay, and or Be Live in 5. I could merchandise Be Live in 5. There's a thought. All the things I do are actually on Be Live in 5. I want to say thank you to everybody who's actually liking the post, and to say hello to Anna Gustafsson, who's joined us, and to everybody who's watching live. This is really a team effort, and it's my pleasure. Now, one of the things that you do need to succeed in live broadcasting is not just going live. You need to have you have a presence on Facebook. We'll have a presence on YouTube because we can now simulcast to both. You can broadcast the same content. I've heard people say don't. I say do, because it's a different audience. On YouTube, people don't come to watch live video, generally speaking. They come to watch recorded video. And when you're live, you're actually creating recorded content. And it's the easiest way to do it. When you finish your broadcast, there are certain things that you need to do to get found. You're going to be seen by the largest search engine in the world, Google search, and by the second one, which is YouTube search. In order for that to work, there are things that you've got to do after your broadcast to make sure you get seen. Now, I'm going to do a video tomorrow, which will become part of the almost complete Be Live course, and it will tell you exactly what to do in terms of what happens after your YouTube video. On Facebook, you just answer the comments. You don't need to do anything else. On YouTube, you're creating permanent content which can be found by anybody in the world, and you just need to get the right tags. You need to get the right title, the right description, the right image to go with it. And I'll be talking about all that, and then we'll base part of next week's show about aftercare on YouTube, which is very important, because you're creating this content and people won't see it unless you tell them about it. The best way to tell them about it is to get the search engine. The other way is to encourage your followers on Be Live and on Facebook to go over to YouTube and subscribe to your channel. If you don't ask, well, if you do ask, there are only two things they can say. They can say, yes, I'll come and subscribe to your channel, or no. And you've not fallen out about anything. You just ask them, subscribe to my channel. Because a lot of the views on your channel will be subscribers who can't watch it at the time you're going live, but can catch the replay. So, as my friend David Vaughan still says, play for the replay. And the replays on YouTube are very special because Facebook, it just disappears on your timeline. You can put it in playlists, but YouTube, your content is there forever. So I'll be looking at that after this broadcast. And okay, over to Corinda. And last one was Be Live in 5, which is my Facebook page. And Corinda's tagged Irene. Oh, I've got a whole rush of messages coming through. And Corinda is saying, I'm going to tell all TV channels about Be Live and have a advert camera. It's a good idea. Okay, and Corinda again. By the way, I had a meeting with the council and they said if the government said it's okay for disabled people to go out, they would. We're still, Corinda is still under lockdown. And I hope that you are be able to get out and about and get some fresh air soon. We're going to have what is in the UK, we're going to have sun. The sun is going to arrive. It's going to be plus 30 degrees, which is a very high temperature for the UK before the end of July. So I do hope that goes well and that you can actually get out from under lockdown soon. And that's true, said Corinda. And Corinda again, who's on YouTube? I haven't seen. David Vaughan is around. I had a little story. When live video started with Blab 5 years ago, there was an outfit called Blab who did 4 people on screen and the ability to actually watch and comment. And it just worked. It didn't go to Facebook. It didn't go anywhere. It's just 4 people on screen. And a group of about 200 or 300 of us got together 4 or 5 years ago, and we're together now. And I got a message from David to actually join him on Whereby 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so I did. David's a good friend, and we broadcast together on BeLive. And I said, I joined in. And the thing is, when you join the chat room, you know that your host is there, but you don't know who else is going to be there. And I was gobsmacked when I found that Jonathan Tripp was there. So it was good to catch up with both David and Jonathan from the old Blab days. So if you haven't seen David for ages, I can just confirm he is around. And no, I don't think so. I don't think there's any correlation between the two. There isn't a link between Corinda. I'm pretty sure that that's not true. People's behavior. Yeah, remember Blab? And yeah, he did Smile Time with Alex when Smile Time was a thing. We've been there. We've done Blab. We've done Huzzer. We've done Smile Time. We've done what's the other one? Lightstream, and now Restream. And talking of Restream, I will be live tomorrow. Marco Novo has his international party, which is 10 people on screen, which is on Restream. It will be on Marco's timeline. I'm delighted to be one of the 10. We'll be speaking English, Portuguese, Spanish, French, German, and no doubt Italian. So if you want to learn a language, join us tomorrow. It'll be on my profile as well. You're more than welcome to join us, and looking forward to it. And I forgot Blue Jeans. Blue Jeans is still going, although it is. Blue Jeans is a corporate system. It's a company system and is expensive. They tried going live to Facebook and still do. And I know that several people broadcast on Blue Jeans, but the whole world seems to be on Zoom these days. All right. Okay. So where do we go from here? Thank you, everybody who's watching live. Thank you to everybody who's liked the broadcast. Thank you, everybody who's joining now. BeLive is a great place to be. The support team is international, as I said, in the Philippines, in Ukraine, in Israel, the USA, and in England. And we're here to help answer any questions you've got. And the purpose of this live Q&A is to answer your questions. We're driven by your questions. If you've got any questions about BeLive or live broadcasting, then please ask, and I'll do my best to answer. Now, there are going to be occasions when I don't know the answer to a question. We're only human. And if I don't know the answer, I will take note of it and I'll come back and answer it when I've asked somebody. And there are plenty of people I can actually ask about live broadcasting. I'm very fortunate. Live broadcasting is a great way to meet people and a great way to network and to get on with people. That's where 5 days live came from, which is going live Monday to Friday. And we went live in June for 5 days. And we've built a team of 9 people who enjoy each other's companies and enjoy broadcasting together. So multi-person broadcasting is brilliant. Going solo, fine, good. Doing interviews or co-hosting, good. 4 people on screen, that's the best fun ever, because first of all, you don't have to talk for a full hour or half an hour. You just have to talk for a quarter of an hour. And the other thing is you can actually talk with friends and meet up with friends. And incredibly, this week sees on Thursday at the ungodly hour of 5 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. in the UK, is Blabbing for Britain episode 236. And we have been broadcasting together for 236 weeks. We started on Blab. We've been on Be Live for the last 3 years, 4 years in actual fact. And we enjoy each other's company, and we get together to discuss the UK news. And that's 4 of us. And it's just, we just bounce off each other. And that's the magic that can happen with 4 people on live video. And I watched quite a few interesting shows recently where people have been 4 people on screen. I've broken it. Just a minute. I've broken it. You can still hear me. Just a second. Right. Okay. I broke it. When you've got, I tried to put 2 videos on screen and it wasn't playing. You can only have 1 video from YouTube at a time. 4 people on screen is just the best way to go live. And Chris, Corinda's point was that they need more than 4. I was trying to demonstrate. When you have 4 people on screen, it just feels right. As soon as you get to 6 or 10, I mean, I know that StreamYard and Restream have got, and Lightstream have got 10 people on screen. I'm watching it with interest to see how it works out. The majority of people who go live 1 or 2 people on screen, then 4 people on screen. I don't know many people are actually going live regularly with 10 people on screen. And you do have to have a ninja computer to actually do it. And with the best will in the world, Be Live works for everybody. Be Live does work for everybody with 4 people on screen. It's optimized for 4 people on screen. And I'm going to eat my words at some point because it will go higher than 4. But for the moment, I think we have to be happy with what we've got, which is 4 people on screen. 2036. That's a lot. I'm still here. I'm definitely still here. And if you're watching, thank you. This is the weekly show, goes out 12 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. You're more welcome to come and join me. And if you'd like me to interview you, as I'm going to be interviewing Chris on the 3rd of August on Be Live, on the Be Live in 5 page. Chris and I will be together. And Chris is saying with more than 4 people, it's very difficult to manage the show. And Chris, you've been on Zoom. I know that it is difficult. It is managing 4 people, you can do it. Managing more than that and appearing in the show, that's the thing. And over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, talking about Restream, can you add video on there that'll be live? No. Restream at the moment is 10 people on screen, broadcasting to 30 destinations with screen share by host and guest. It doesn't have, well, if I go down the left-hand side here, you can't upload images, you can't do live shopping, you can't do remote. It's a bare bones system that works, and what it does well. And the quality of the video, if you go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope from Restream, is very good, but it doesn't have the facilities yet. It's a work in progress, Corinda. I think it will get there one day, but for the moment, the best system, and I'm obviously biased, the best system at the moment is Be Live, simply because of all the features and the quality of the broadcasts that go out to Facebook and YouTube and the ease of use. Okay, and it is back. Oh, the show. Right, we could well do a Formula One show, Corinda. could well do a Formula 1 show. Now, one of the things that you can do on Be Live, and I'm just going to do it for a moment. I said that you need to have a presence on YouTube earlier. The other thing you need to do, and I'll come to the comments in a second, is if I come back to the studio and bring that up on screen and go picture in picture, you need to have a website. And this is the livevideotraining.net website, which I created 5 weeks ago. And this is the home for, well, it's, if I scroll down, just give you a cook's tour of it. It's the home of the shows that I do, which is 6-7 shows a week. It's the home of the how-to videos like XSplit VCam. It's also the home of the Almost Complete Guide to Be Live, which of course is on YouTube. And it's the home of the countdown clocks as well. So I put this together as to be this is mine. This is basically where I live. Everything is here. Whenever I do a broadcast, it ends up on here. So for example, just to go through this, every single broadcast I do, I'm just waiting for it to react, and it's going to react. Every single broadcast I do, I create a blog for. And by creating a blog, you've got a permanent reference point. So Libby can send her friends to this page, and you can see all about her live video. So having a website is an important part. Having a website of your own is so important. And that website, I'm going to come back to me now. I'm going to stop screen sharing. That website is livevideotraining.net. It's where I host all my videos, and just strongly suggest that you have a website of your own where you can host your videos and tell your story. Live video is all about telling stories. If you do go live, then you're creating content. That content is worthy of going at home. It will be on Facebook, it will be on YouTube, but the best place for it to be is actually on a website that you run. And you can embed video from YouTube, from Facebook into the site, or you can upload the videos to Vimeo, and you can embed from Vimeo. And that's what I'm going to do with the Almost Complete Be Live training course. That will go on Vimeo as well. Okay, so we're up to date with the comments, which is good. Now I did have, you're not going to believe this, I've got an agenda too. This is the live Q&A. So welcome to the live Q&A. It's a bit late in that. I am simulcasting. Okay, I'm going to copy that. If you want access to simulcasting, just let me get the mouse under control. I will in a second. If you want simulcasting, then you want to broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, then just click that link. Unfortunately, it's only going to go through to YouTube. I just realized that. But I'll copy the link in. If you want to simulcast on your own, then please do. Click that link and you'll get access to it. Back to the agenda, what there is of it. And YouTube live. If you aren't live yet, I'll post a link afterwards. If you haven't gone live on YouTube yet, you need to have permission to go live. And I'll post a link that you need to click to actually go live on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Okay, just doesn't take a minute or two to actually do that. And there's the link for simulcasting, which I'm going to post again in a minute. Right, okay, so I'm going to drop down here and say thank you to Chris for liking the post as well, and for Robert. Okay, now things are improving in the studio. I can see, obviously I can see the comments, I can see who's commented, I can see how many people are watching at the moment. I'd like to say thank you for watching. This is a regular broadcast. It goes out at 10 a.m. Sorry, no, 12 p.m. every Tuesday in the Be Livers group. It's just the Be Livers group. Well, that's most 90% of it is. And I actually simulcast just to test out on YouTube as well. I'm grateful for the ability to actually do this. I'm glad that you're enjoying using BeLive. If you've got any questions at all, if you'd like to join me on camera, if you'd like to be interviewed, then just let me know. And the interviews are not, this is not an interrogation. When I say interview, it's a chat. And the chats take place at 10 a.m. Eastern on a day of your choosing, a weekday. And all I need from yourself is an image. And from that image, I create an intro video, much like this one. Okay, so we create the intro video. That's used to promote the broadcast. Also, I schedule the show on BeLive, using BeLive on Facebook and YouTube, and you'll get links to that, and you'll get the guest links as well. 24 hours before the broadcast, I publish a blog post based on that video, and you get extra publicity there. And I ask you to do one thing. Okay, you send me the photo, that's first thing. And the second thing is just send me 3 questions you'd like me to ask you whilst we're live. And it's not an interrogation, it's a chat. I'm here to help. I'm here to help promote you, your cause, or your business. And there's no charge. It's just 30 minutes at 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. I'll post the link afterwards. I've got, I'm interviewing Keve tomorrow. I've got an interview on Friday. I've got 3 interviews next week. Then I'm taking a week's holiday. And then I start again on August 3rd with Chris. And just to confirm that, Chris and I will be live. Not yet, Chris. A question from Chris: does she need to create her own website? No, not yet. You're doing everything perfectly. I would leave creating a website until later, but that's just me. And back to right. Okay, last comment I showed was Chris saying it's with more than 4 people, it's difficult to manage the show. And over to Corinda, talking about Restream, can you add video? No, you can't add video. You can't add images either. F1 back and over to Corinda, right, and over to Chris. We'll talk about the website. Yeah, you could reserve it. You could actually register the name at the moment. That would be a good start. And that's the simulcast link that I put in earlier. So I caught up on the comments. If I've missed your comment during the course of this broadcast, my apologies. If you want to send me questions during the week, you can. I'm not just here. I'm not just here from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. I'm around most of the time when I'm not out in the sunshine visiting National Trust properties and going for long walks. I'm actually work at the computer and create the training courses and do my blog and keep my website up to date. And I just enjoy doing it. I'm very fortunate in that respect. Okay, so I think we're up to date on the comments because last comment was mine. Okay, so countdown clocks. There are now over 50 countdown clocks over on my YouTube channel. I posted 6 of them, well, a link to 6 of them today in the BeLivers group. They help the start of the broadcast because the connection times between Facebook and YouTube are different. They help giving you 60 seconds to prepare to go live. They help by giving you time to actually share the broadcast out before you actually appear on screen. Just to run through how to do it again, I'm going to hide that. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to turn that off. To use a countdown clock is simple and straightforward. Go to YouTube, get the link of the countdown clock that you like, come over to your BeLive studio. On the left-hand side, you will see, I can't show you it, I'll tell you about it. You can see Add Media. The second icon in is the link, and you paste the link there, and then the video is down in your staging area. You can bring it up on screen at the beginning of your broadcast. So before you go live, before you press the go live button, make sure that you're on screen and the video is on screen. Yep. Click the go live button. Put the video full screen, and then just press the play button as soon as the 3, 2, 1 countdown is finished. Play the video, and when it gets down to 0, hide it. So you and the video on screen, put the video full screen, let it run down to 0 seconds, and then take it off. That's the cleanest way to do it. And people, it just simply works that way. And we'll be live add an animation capability. I don't know whether it's on the roadmap or not. If you're broadcasting solo, then I can see a need for animations. Animations, yeah. There aren't any planned. The closest you've got at the moment is widgets, which in relation to COVID, and there are 2 widgets you've got on screen, but they're static. You can edit them, but they are static. As far as animation is concerned, I'm coming in at the moment on XSplit VCam. There is an application called UCam. I'm going to type that in. I'm going to be doing a section about virtual cameras over the next week. Okay, the answer to your question is either one of 2 things: Manycam or UCam. Both of those can do graphics. And back to the question. Okay, and okay, I'm just trying to. That gives you an animation capability if you're solo. Yeah, I'm just going to close 1 or 2 things down. Just give me a minute. I don't need that. I don't need that, and I don't need that for what I'm about to do. So you can bring them with you, either with Manycam or with UCam. Both of those will give you animations solo on screen, and they will be seen by BeLive. And I've tested this. BeLive will see them as a virtual camera. So do take a look and test first either UCam or Manycam. Yeah, both those work. I know they work. I've tried them. And if you want to know anything about Manycam, then please do ask Marco Novo. Over to, oh, wow, just a minute. Okay, over to Corinda. Corinda's saying, our simulcast. Thank you. Thank you, Corinda. And from John, please demo and talk about the solo function. Okay. Right, okay. I'm going to bring up an image. I just need some media first. So let's bring up some photographs from here. So I'm just doing a bit of preparation. Bear with me a minute. I'm going to bring in that photo. I'm going to bring in 3 photos. Okay, so I'm just going to my local hard drive, and I'm picking up 3 photographs from my local hard drive to actually demonstrate the solo principle, because I am solo at the moment. So final picture, and then I'll be good to go. So straight from my hard drive. Okay. So I'm going to pretend that I'm talking to Gospel, to Libby, and to Romany. Okay. So the 4 of us are on screen, and basically Romany is going to speak, and I want Romany to be seen. I want to hide 3 of us and just have Romany on screen. On the top left of everybody's feed is a solo button, And at the moment it says solo off, but as soon as I press it, it will put Libby solo. And if I click it again, it will go back to the 4 of us. Yeah. So the solo button allows you to choose which of the 4 camera feeds is going to go full screen. And as soon as you take it off, it reverts back to the original layout. So when I'm doing an interview, I often put the person who's speaking full screen to give them total, well, it just works when you're interviewing somebody to actually show them full screen, and then press the solo off button again, and you're back to the 4 of you on screen. Hopefully that's helpful. Okay, so that's a solo function. Over to right. Okay, and will the on-screen guest limit be increased from 4? I would like to use Be Live instead of Zoom for a roundtable discussion format. Even 6 is better than 4. Right, you can at the moment. You can have 4 people on screen, but you can have an additional 2 people voice only. And as soon as somebody starts talking, you've just got to practice. Right, okay, managing 6 people, you could have 4 on video, 2 on voice. If somebody starts talking, who's just voice only, then click somebody's camera off and switch their camera on. And you've still got 4 people on screen. Or better still, switch their camera on and make them full screen. You can do it, you can organize it. I can't say when or if Be Live will increase the number of people on screen, because as I say, the 4-up format works on older PCs too. So we'll just have to see what happens. But for the moment, you could have 4 people video and sound, and you can have 2 people sound only in the studio live. Yeah. And you can switch people's cameras on and off. You can switch people's microphones on and off. You're in total control. I just try it with get some people together and just try it. 6 is better than 4. Okay. Everything that you say will be noticed. And the link, that's for Andrea. Okay, thank you, Corinda. And is UCAM like XSplit? It's a different sort of thing. I'm still looking at it. I did try to bring it onto the show with David yesterday, but it needs to be tamed. I need to know how to use it. So UCAM will make an appearance, and then you can actually judge for yourself what it can do. It is not. It's light-hearted. That's all I can say, with filters and masks and everything. So let's see. And over to Chuck. And Chuck says, "Got to go. Have another meeting." Thanks for watching, Chuck. Take care. See you soon. And I'm going to come back to me full screen. And solo works well. Good. Okay. And over to Corinda. And Corinda's saying goodbye to Chuck for now. Okay. To everybody who's watched today, I'd just like to say a big thank you. I will get to the comments later this evening and answer any questions that I missed. If I forgot to feature your comment, then I will certainly answer it. I'm just grateful to be able to broadcast every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join me, and I may post a link next week so you can join me on camera. One more comment from Janet. I can hear now. I would love the desktop version of Be Live so I can record without using the internet and use full screen Be Live functionality. Obviously, Be Live will see that now. Whether they're actually planning a desktop version, I don't know. I know that I actually use Camtasia to actually screen record the studio. And I know that actually trying to use the record facility for high quality video is not the best way. What you do need, I agree, is a desktop where you can go 1920 by 1280 and get a better resolution and better quality. There are so many applications out there that do it. We've spoken about Camtasia and Screencast-O-Matic. The paid version is only $15 a year. They both do 1920 by 1280 high resolution, well, better than high resolution. It is a very competitive market. There are so many applications. I will make inquiries though, and see if there is anything in the plans. You never know. So I will ask Janet, and over to Corinda. And Corinda would love that as well for local recordings. Okay, well, let's see what they can do. Yeah, that's it. Actually, can I just go back? I just want to revisit this for a second. Janet came back and could hear me, which is good. I would love the desktop version of Be Live so I can record without using the internet and still. Let's do some lateral thinking here. If you could use the Be Live Studio, and instead of recording to Be Live servers, you record to your local hard drive. So you're not going out from your desktop, you're actually recording on your desktop using Be Live. Be Live doesn't have to go out into the Be Live servers to store your video. You can store it on your machine. That's a good idea. I'm glad we talked about it. I'll see what can be. Is that hybrid solution where the recording is local? As you say, you could use all the facilities to Be Live, and the recording would be on your desktop. Never leave your desktop. Food for thought. And Corinda agrees. Okay. To everybody's watching now, thank you. If you've got questions and you actually put them in now, I'll answer them. I don't mind overrunning for a few moments. Okay, so I don't bite. Corinda and Janet and Chris, and everybody knows I don't bite. And Corinda's saying right. Okay, yeah. It's good brainstorming. One of the great things about live video is actually brainstorming. Because you're actually crowdsourcing ideas, and Corinda's saying, "Yeah, all good." And brainstorming and having meetings where you can actually sort out ideas is what Be Live is good at. It's also good. You don't need to go live with Be Live. You can use Be Live as a conferencing tool. If you think of Whereby, this is Whereby with the built-in facilities that Be Live has. And my request for questions wrote a question. How many people can go live at the same time, like group live? You can have 4 people on screen. Okay, 4 people on screen. And if that's not your question, 4 people on screen, 2 people on audio, and you can interchange. Kasi, so thank you for your question. Hopefully that answers it. If I haven't answered it or misunderstood, thank you for joining us. Then please do let me know, but I'll message you after this broadcast. And I asked you about SFX and Be Live. How do I run through the board? Right, okay. Yep, I don't have an answer. I know most things. I can ask on your behalf and see if anybody does know. I don't know anything about doing that. I shall talk with people who might. And Janet's just confirming that I do not bite. Thank you, Janet. Back to me, and thank you. I do my best, and we've got a team, and thank you. I take that. Thank you very much. Over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, Stephen doesn't bite at all. Indeed, I don't. I'm English. Englishmen don't bite, because he's saying thank you. You're most welcome. Right, Be Live has been with us since the 14th of October 2016. I went live with Daniel on the 15th. And out to Chris. Yes, you can. You can send me the images for the interview on Messenger, please. That would be good. Just to confirm that Chris and I are live on the 3rd of August, and we'll start marketing that on the 28th of July. Okay, so final shout out. If you've got a question, then now is the time to ask. I should be live again tomorrow. Well, no, I'll be live on Thursday. On Thursday, I am live at 5 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. in the UK with Blabbing for Britain. 4 gentlemen from the UK talking about the UK news. We have lots to talk about this week because we have to start wearing masks. And so far, we now have to wear a mask by law. If we are in a shop and we don't wear a mask, then we get a $140 fine. And that's going to be enforced by our policemen. So masks in shops is on its way here, which is going to be another change to our lives. So we're talking about that on Thursday. And then on Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK, is Inspired by InVideo. InVideo is a very cost-effective way of creating short business videos, as Chris and Corinda both know. It is probably the most economical way of creating business videos. The team are based in India, and you know when you're sat in a restaurant and you've just finished eating and somebody whisks your plate away. That is what InVideo is like. No sooner have you asked a question, whether it be in their Facebook group or on the chat on there, you get an answer. These guys work 24/7. So Inspired by InVideo, myself and John Upton, and John Upton's new haircut will be live at 11 a.m. Eastern on Thursday. And over to Chris. And and over to Corinda. 3 years, or 4 years, I think 3.5 years. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. Between 3 and 4. And an improvement, obviously, is the start of setting up a new broadcast, not having to delete items from the previous, a clean screen. Right. There are 2 schools of thought on this. The reason for keeping the list is so that if you want to dig back, I can go back to my first broadcast on Be Live in October 2016, and I can find the post on Facebook far quicker from within the Be Live arena than I can if I try and find it on Facebook. I can also now find all my YouTube videos in the same place. I take what you're saying, that a tidy desk is a neat desk. And I know that your comment is, I know that the comment you made in the group has actually been forwarded to Be Live support. I know that every comment in the group, which is helpful, is forwarded. So your comment has been forwarded, and we'll just have to see what happens. And over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying yes and agreeing. And over to Chris. And in Belgium, we must also wear masks in shops. Yeah, it's one which 97% of the population, thank you for the in-video link, Corinda, 97% of the population in the UK will adhere to. I've no doubt about that. 97% did when we were on lockdown and with the stay at home. So those are 2 shows coming this week, Blowing for Britain and Inspired by InVideo. Enjoy broadcasting on Be Live. Enjoy the rest of your days. Thank you for watching this. If you have questions after this broadcast, then please do ask. As I say, whilst I'm live for an hour, I'm about a lot more than that. And it's my pleasure to be part of Be Live and be broadcasting to you today. And take care. And I'll see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye. And no more comments. You've got one last chance. I'm going to go.